In this podcast episode, Patrick Bet David dives deep into a variety of pressing topics that shape the current socio-economic landscape. Bet David begins by discussing the evolving nature of political discourse in America. He predicts that by 2027 and 2028, we will witness presidential debates taking place on podcasts rather than traditional media platforms. This shift is driven by the desire for authenticity and direct engagement with the audience. Bet David argues that the clash of ideas is essential for uncovering the truth, and platforms like podcasts allow for a more genuine exchange of thoughts compared to scripted television appearances. He highlights how figures like Donald Trump have capitalized on this trend, using podcasts to reach audiences directly. The traditional media landscape, which often relies on sensationalism and sound bites, is losing its grip as more people turn to long-form discussions that provide depth and context. Bet David believes that this trend will only grow as audiences crave more substantial content that reflects their values and concerns. The conversation shifts to the influence of the ultra-rich in shaping political and economic landscapes. Bet David points out that a significant number of billionaires are backing candidates like Kamala Harris, while others, like Trump, have a smaller but passionate following. He emphasizes that the financial backing of political candidates often dictates the direction of policies and governance, leading to a system where the interests of the wealthy overshadow those of the average citizen. Bet David argues that this dynamic creates a disconnect between the political elite and the general populace. The ultra-rich have the resources to influence public opinion and policy, often at the expense of transparency and accountability. This raises questions about the integrity of the political system and the extent to which it serves the interests of the many versus the few. Social media's role in politics is another focal point of the discussion. Bet David notes that platforms like Twitter and Reddit have become battlegrounds for political narratives, often amplifying divisive rhetoric. He points out that the algorithms driving these platforms tend to favor sensational content, which can distort public perception and create echo chambers. He also highlights the challenges faced by candidates who attempt to navigate this landscape. Politicians must be adept at managing their online presence while also addressing the concerns of their constituents. Bet David believes that the future of political engagement will increasingly rely on social media, making it essential for candidates to understand and leverage these platforms effectively. Bet David emphasizes the significance of visionary leadership in today's world. He argues that great leaders are those who can articulate a compelling vision that resonates with their followers. This ability to inspire and mobilize people is crucial for building a strong base of support, especially in a polarized political environment. He cites historical examples of leaders who have successfully rallied people around a shared vision, even if that vision was not fully realized. The power of a dream or a goal can create a sense of purpose and unity among followers, driving them to work towards a common objective. Bet David believes that this principle will be vital for future leaders as they navigate the complexities of governance and societal change. As the conversation progresses, Bet David shares his insights on the future of business and economic trends. He predicts that the next decade will be marked by significant shifts in how businesses operate, particularly in response to technological advancements and changing consumer preferences. Companies that fail to adapt to these changes risk obsolescence, while those that embrace innovation will thrive. He also discusses the importance of understanding market dynamics and consumer behavior. Businesses must be agile and responsive to the needs of their customers, leveraging data and analytics to inform their strategies. Bet David believes that the ability to pivot and adapt will be a defining characteristic of successful companies in the coming years. Bet David warns against the dangers of complacency in both business and politics. He argues that individuals and organizations that become too comfortable in their success risk stagnation and decline. This complacency can lead to a failure to recognize emerging threats and opportunities, ultimately jeopardizing long-term success. He encourages listeners to remain vigilant and proactive in their pursuits, whether in their careers or personal lives. By continuously seeking growth and improvement, individuals can position themselves for success in an ever-changing landscape. Bet David believes that a mindset of constant learning and adaptation is essential for navigating the complexities of the modern world. Education is another critical topic that Bet David addresses. He emphasizes the need for a robust educational system that prepares future leaders to tackle the challenges of tomorrow. This includes fostering critical thinking, creativity, and adaptability among students, equipping them with the skills necessary to thrive in a rapidly changing environment. Bet David also highlights the importance of mentorship and guidance in shaping young leaders. He believes that experienced individuals have a responsibility to share their knowledge and insights with the next generation, helping them navigate the complexities of leadership and decision-making. By investing in education and mentorship, society can cultivate a new wave of leaders who are equipped to drive positive change. The discussion also touches on the intersection of business and politics. Bet David argues that successful entrepreneurs must be politically savvy, as government policies can significantly impact their businesses. Understanding the political landscape and engaging with policymakers is essential for navigating regulatory challenges and seizing opportunities. He encourages business leaders to take an active role in shaping public policy, advocating for changes that benefit their industries and communities. By fostering relationships with political leaders and engaging in the political process, entrepreneurs can help create an environment conducive to innovation and growth. Bet David emphasizes the importance of emotional intelligence in leadership. He argues that effective leaders must be able to connect with their teams on a personal level, demonstrating empathy and understanding. This emotional connection fosters trust and loyalty, which are essential for building strong, cohesive teams. He also discusses the role of vulnerability in leadership. Bet David believes that leaders who are willing to show their human side and share their struggles can create a more relatable and authentic connection with their followers. This openness can inspire others to be more transparent and engaged, ultimately strengthening the overall team dynamic. The conversation shifts to the topic of wealth distribution and the implications of economic inequality. Bet David argues that the growing divide between the ultra-rich and the average citizen poses significant challenges for society. He believes that addressing this issue requires a multifaceted approach, including policy changes and a shift in societal values. He emphasizes the need for a more equitable distribution of resources, advocating for systems that empower individuals and communities. Bet David believes that fostering entrepreneurship and innovation can help bridge the wealth gap, creating opportunities for those who have been historically marginalized. Finally, Bet David discusses the role of technology in shaping the future of business. He highlights the importance of embracing technological advancements to drive efficiency and innovation. Companies that fail to leverage technology risk falling behind their competitors, as consumers increasingly expect seamless and convenient experiences. He also addresses the potential challenges posed by rapid technological change, including job displacement and the need for reskilling. Bet David believes that businesses must be proactive in addressing these challenges, investing in training and development to ensure their workforce is equipped for the future.